Greg Ehrenberg from Odd Shopper here to break down Thursday's NBA slate as you guys come in. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment below to let me know whatever it is that you guys think about my bets or the slate as a whole. And hopefully today's results end up going a little bit better than yesterday, where I had 3 bets and they went 1 and 2. And, sometimes I place losing bets and I think that they're terrible bets. Sometimes I think they're okay. And I really just think that I kind of ran bad yesterday with some of the results and what ended up happening in the games yesterday, because I don't regret any of the bets that I had in hindsight. So I had 3 of them. The one that won was a plus money bet, Jordan Clarkson over 3.5 assists. But then the 2 other bets, I had Christian Wood over 9.5 rebounds. He gets 2 rebounds in the first 2 minutes of the game, gets into foul trouble, ultimately ends up limiting his minutes a little bit. So my main reason for betting Christian Wood was because he'd been playing so many minutes as of late. We've been seeing 36, 37, 38 minutes. And then he ended up losing 5 to 6 minutes because of foul trouble, and he finished with 9 rebounds. So I don't feel terrible about that one. The other one I had was Emmanuel Quickly for under 13.5 points. And that was another one where he was on track to play sub 20 minutes in that spot, was not playing big minutes in recent games. And then what ends up happening, Julius Randle gets into foul trouble and Mitchell Robinson Mitchell Robinson gets injured in the game. So Mitchell Robinson gets injured. The Knicks have to go smaller lineup. So then it ends up with Quickly being in the closing lineup for the team. And in addition, like I said, we had Julius Randle in foul trouble. So that was more reason for the Knicks to play small ball, and also more usage went to Quickly. So I don't feel bad about the Quickly or Wood bets, but there was definitely some run bad in there, and just kind of happens from time to time. So no bets that I ended up regretting from yesterday, just didn't end up going our way. But some positive news is that earlier in the year, I did bet Lauri Markkanen at 55 to 1 to win most improved. Is a bet that I posted on Twitter and posted in our premium betting Discord channel. And he's now minus 125 to win the award. So we've got some good value there. But other than that, the bets yesterday could have been better, and hopefully we're going to have better results for today. Smaller NBA slate, but I've got a couple of bets. I'm going to break them down right here. For my first bet of the day, I'm looking at Precious Achiuwa for over 5.5 rebounds. This is actually also one of the top bets that we have of the day in BetPro, our newest prop betting tool over at stokast.com that I've been telling you guys about over the course of the last couple of weeks since it ended up launching at the start of the month. And if you guys want access to this, it is free for 1 week if you click on the link that we have below. But we've seen a big increase in Precious Achiuwa's minutes as of late. So he was injured for a while. We saw Precious Achiuwa miss games he got injured November 9th, and he did not return until January 2nd. So no surprise, he ended up coming back with a little bit of a minutes restriction. First 3 games back, he played 12, 12, and 5 minutes. And that was something the Raptors said they were going to do. They said they were going to be cautious with minutes, try to ramp them up slowly. And I think we're back to seeing full minutes for Achiuwa, because the last couple of games, we've seen him pull down 7 and 8 rebounds. And over the course of the last 3 games, he's played 28, 21, and 26 minutes. So it doesn't look like we have any real minutes restrictions to be aware, to be cautious of when it comes to Precious Achiuwa. And that's one of the reasons we project him well. Our projection model has Achiuwa at 7.4 rebounds. So the over 5.5 rebounds winning, right around 60% of the time. Makes it one of the better bets of the day. It looks like Precious Achiuwa's minutes are on the rise. And overall for the year, he's averaging 5.5 rebounds per game in only 18 minutes. Now, if we're going to start to give this guy 26, 27 minutes, like he's in a couple of recent games, then it makes sense that we would expect somewhere around 7 rebounds for Achiuwa. So my first bet of the day, I'm looking at Precious for over 5.5 boards. If you guys want to make $200 today, here's the easiest way to do it. Just sign up at DraftKings with the link we have below, because when you place your first $5 bet after signing up using our DraftKings link, it pays out $200 regardless of whether that bet ends up winning or losing. So Precious Achiuwa, just that I liked him as a bet, go throw $5 on it. He ends up pulling down 6 rebounds, it's going to pay out $200. He pulls down 4 rebounds, still pays out $200. I think the bet is a good one. I'm putting my own money on it. But with this DraftKings offer, you really can't lose. So take advantage of it. Just make sure when you sign up, you use the link that we have below. But also keep in mind that if you have a gambling issue or somebody you know has a gambling issue, call or text the number 1-800-GAMBLER. The next bet of the day, I'm unfortunately going to be betting on a shitty basketball team. That is the Detroit Pistons, taking them plus 7.5 points at home against the Chicago Bulls. And it's just a really wide line. And that's what my reasoning is for wanting to bet this, because I can't make a case the Pistons are good. They're clearly not. They're one of the, if not the worst team in the NBA, especially in the absence of Cade Cunningham. And if you look at some of the adjusted net ratings for these teams, we've got the Pistons sitting all the way down at 28th in the NBA with a negative 6.4 adjusted point differential. So on average, they're getting outscored by 6.4 points per game against their opponents, whereas you've got the Chicago Bulls who are outscoring their opponents by half a point per game. But that's also kind of some information that leads me to think that the 7.5 line is too wide because the Pistons are at home. So if, all things being equal, the Bulls are a team that we expect to be 7 points better than the Pistons, and then we're also putting this game in Detroit, then you're really looking at a game that probably should be around a 5-point spread as opposed to 7.5. So that's why I'm not picking the Pistons to win outright. I don't think they win this game more often than not, but I do think they cover the 7.5 point spread more often than not. And I think that the line is just a couple of points too wide considering that the Pistons are at home right now. And also kind of a weird game too, because it's in the afternoon. So that could also deliver some kind of weird off the wall results. And another reason why I think it makes sense to go with a big underdog at home, the Detroit Pistons, plus 7.5 points. So just a couple of bets for me on Thursday. It's a smaller slate, and as per usual this time of the year, there's just a ton of players on the injury report, which also is something that kind of makes it hard to know exactly what to make of each individual game on the slate. We've got Chris Paul listed as questionable, and then some other key players as well, like Jaylen Brown, also on the injury report as questionable play for Boston. So maybe some more betting value open up later on the day. If that ends up being the case, I'll be throwing some stuff into the Discord channel, which you guys could get access to for free for 1 week using the link that we have below, or you just head on over to stochastics.com, look at the insider access page, and sign up using the promo code GEInsider. That will get you 1 free week GE, those being my initials, and then Insider. And that'll get you 1 free week of our Discord channel. But also, guys, before you leave, do me a big favor, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and good luck tonight.